Good morning, everybody! We are here ready to rock and roll into Nations Cup. We are back into our league stage day number 3. We got 4 best of 3 for all of you. On the left-hand side, it's going to be Team Germany. On the right side, it's going to be Team Poland. Meta Madness style of drafts. The heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps, but the bans at the top of the screen do not carry over, so we could see Lost Vikings or Chromie in a future map. Towers of Doom will be map number 1, chosen by the side of Team Germany as they did win the coin flip. And it does look like, they won the coin flip and opting in for the map pick priority, giving first pick over to Team Poland. As the Johanna, Vikings, and Chromie will be banned away. In Nations Cup, I've been seeing a ton of Maev priority bans. I'm trying to think off the top of my head if there's anything they want to get rid of. Mopsio has been playing a lot of Junkrat, and Junkrat on this map is pretty decent for the poke around. The objective for delay, mobility is nice, but also Maev is just such a powerhouse lately, so we'll actually see the Thrall to be banned away, another priority hero that has been popping up quite a bit.
None shall flee my grasp.
It was pretty good. Amber's gonna eat it all soon. Oh, wonderful. There's the first pick, Maev. Not too surprising. That does open up the opportunity for Team Germany to go into the Blaze, which is a very common pickup for them. On this map, we've seen a lot of Dino, Cassia, Dino, Jaina. Q-build Jaina has been something. The Frostbolt build, if you will. We'll see if that'll be a direction they head into. But right now, we've got your first pick and first 2 picks. And there's the Blaze into a healer. Oh, wow.
Ready to roll out.
Sergeant Hammer out the gate. That is not what I was anticipating at all. Nicely done. Okay. Hammer's been banned away quite a bit, so it's not too surprising for them to go for it this early, but does that mean that there's going to basically be a draft counter from Team Poland? Is it just going to be an easy, oh, well, we'll just pick up a bunch of artillery, or, we'll grab a Stukov, we'll grab, possibly a Nubarak to dive in. What's up, Kaimo? Good morning. I got a Tyrael Malfurion. Interesting. So the Tyrael's going to be grabbed because it's typically synergized with the Sergeant Hammer with Swift Retribution, which is a big movement speed buff. Even just baseline Smite is still really good for the Sergeant Hammer, as it has that movement speed buffed onto it. Looking at a ban from the left-hand side, it could just be a solo lane. They might not really be afraid of like a Mephisto or something to poke onto the Sergeant Hammer. And they're gonna get rid of Vala, actually. Okay, so Q-build Vala would basically be able to sit there and just stack off the Sergeant Hammer consistently. What's up, Stark? Good morning, bud. I was talking earlier about how Twitch got rid of your watch streak. And I was like, man, Twitch really punishing any sort of lurking nowadays. Garrosh will be removed, which leads me to believe that Poland's going to play a bit more on the divey side, and they don't want to have that counter control coming out from Garrosh. Solstice. Is today the solstice? Really? Didn't know that. Feels like it would have been happening later. What do they want to do with Sergeant Hammer healer-wise? Is it leading into the Stukov for a little bit more control? Go with Deckard. Okay, so Deckard ETC, which is going to be a lot of control. Face Melt, Power Slide. You got Deckard Shapes as well for slows and roots. I could see it being a hyper carry hammer, and they could just bruise her up for the last pick as well. Right side, last pick with, or the last 2 picks with the Maev, Malfurion. Hanzo's available if they want to have some scatter value to poke. They still need a solo lane. Dahaka's up, which isn't too bad up against the Blaze. Leoric could be a consideration as well for Entomb capture to stop the hammer from backing away. So we'll see the Leoric. I like the Falstead a lot. I think Team Poland has a stellar draft here. I thought so it was the Equinox. The Equinox was yesterday. Okay, I was gonna say because it's summer and winter solstices, and then you have the spring and fall equinoxes, right? Last pick, left side. Leoric Falstead. I feel like they need a bit more damage with that hammer. I'll go with the Genji. Decent mobility, good poke. Harassing the backline of Malfurion. Not a bad draft here coming out from Team Germany as well as Team Poland. We'll see how it all unfolds. First best of 3 of the day. We got 4 of these for all of you. We'll see if we get max games. Oh, I forgot to start a prediction. What am I doing? Chat's just as sleepy as me, apparently. All right, we'll just make this a 5-minute gamble since we're already kind of getting into the map, and this should, you know, time out perfectly with our average. Twitch prediction time. Get your gambles in. Here we go. Thank you, Ash Mantle. Good to see you, bud. All right. There we go. Towers of Doom, map number 1. The Gravelord versus the Raven Keeper. Ravenlord versus the Gravekeeper. We've got Team Germany in the blue. Hazuab's Blaze, Ultralisk, Sergeant Hammer, Death Knight will be your Decker. Dino, Genji, and Dark Wolf is the ETC. Right side of the map is going to be Team Poland with a Mopsio Tyrael, Love Call on the Malfurion, Mac is your Leoric, Itrax is the Falstead, and Aryan playing the Maiev. Looking at your Justice for All, Emerald Dreams, Osin's Renewal, Pursuit of Vengeance, ETC Block Party, as well as your Genji Agile Dismount, Sapphire Deckard.
5, 4, 3,
Advanced Artillery, Adrenaline Stimpak, Pursuit of Vengeance, and Falstead. There's no way we're going W. Is it a Q game? I could see Q build. It's auto, which is not surprising. Alright. Yo, Lion Lag, good to see you, bud. Hopefully you're doing well today. A Jet Propulsion immediately gliding onto the Tyrael. The Spirit of Vengeance coming through. The Skull Ceiling does get the root. Malfurion's Entangling Root does zone back the enemies for no advance into the Tyrael. But Dark Wolf looking for another Power Slide angle, possibly. Face Melt pushes the enemies back. As Sergeant Hammer will unsiege. Umblerbine connecting onto the ETC. As the Scroll Ceiling does zone once again. And we'll get into the Sapper camps on the east and west sides of your lower area. Genji currently grabbing some soak in top lane up against the Leoric. Blaze in the 4-man. Solo lane Genji. No, I think honestly this is just early game harassment. We'll probably see Hazu join the, or sorry, start out the double soak rotation. Probably wanted Blaze for this camp, just in case the enemy does step up, so they have that Jet Propulsion stun as a follow-up to a Power Slide of ETC, or even the initiation to that. There's a few of my, few auto attacks, excuse me, it's reading Lion Led's message. A few auto attacks will be coming in from Falstad onto the wave. They do manage to clear out the enemy sappers, and Team Poland may get the charge of their camp. A Concussive Blast will push back a few of the sappers, and Fan and Knives will be coming out as well. The Umblebine shifting Blaze's position, not really actually. He gets rooted by Malfurion. First blood picked up by Team Germany. The Sergeant Hammer does manage to get the kill. Good luck on the casting. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. So Genji is catching top lane soak constantly, so I don't know if this is like a Team Germany new setup, or if this is just like an early game style thing that they're going for. Kind of pretty standard level 4s. Nothing crazy to mention currently. Yeah, it's what you expect with Potion of Shielding, Neosteel Plating, Incinerator Gauntlets, stacks for Genji on the Shuriken Mastery. ETC will go into Speed Metal. That is a bit unique right there, going into full utility. No Crowd Surfer or Face Melt upgrade. It's not Pinball Wizard at 4, that's at 7. I always blank on the level 4 is going to be your Loudspeakers. Yeah, because then you have Pinball Wizard at 7.
Be ready. You must
I checked the top lane, taking a lot of damage from Dino. The Umbrabine will pull Genji in. He gets the deflect. Blaze manages to capture the Sapper Campus. Leoric Wraith walks in looking for a fatal hit onto Dino as he did go into Paralyzing Rage at level 4, increasing that Skeleton Swing slow by 20% up to 60. As we get into the first objective phase, top left and right as always is the standard, and then you have the bottom location as well, which is the RNG. Dicker Kane is going to assist with some potions here and there. A hammer is just going to be sitting there lasting away. Falstead not delaying Dino. Aryan gets the top right, and we'll see probably a full 5v5 over the bottom.
Doom to the grave.
A little bit of hammer damage onto Tyrael.
And it will not be stolen from me.
Spirit of Vengeance. There's the teleport with that sudden vengeance 6%. And Genji's still grabbing Soak with the Blaze. Is Lionlad's pointing out in chat, probably a harassment tool onto the Falstad, who does want to pick up double Soak as best they can to get as much frequent fire stackage. Genji, though, here. 25 Shuriken Mastery, Blaze to Propulsion, going out onto the Leoric, and he will fall. A Swift Strike on a Mopsio. Dino Genji is able to get a few more Shurikens in. Mopsio. Algerins might able to get that teleport to the side. A power slide from ETC. There's going to be an Emerald from Deckard for that healing debuff on the Falstad for 4 seconds. As Hammer continues to try and back away with the Hyper Thrusters, but slowed a little bit by that Paralyzing Rage from Leoric. And now, Mayev's Spirit of Vengeance gets the teleport away from the Scroll of Sealing at Deckard. Man, what a contest over the bottom objective. Blaze actually going to go ahead and he's like, I'm going to go get us a little bit more soak here. Also, Blaze Hazuab's a bit low on HP overall. 4v5, that's going to be the green light for the members of Team Poland to go in and try and get a kill, and they will succeed in taking down the Sergeant Hammer. This will be a 32-36 game favoring the members of Team Poland as they get one more delay up against Team Poland from Death Knight Scroll of Sealing. As Falstad seems to have more damage into Dino. Did pick up his Cyber Shield at level 7, which is going to be using the Cyber Agility, the D. Grants 40 spell armor for 4 seconds. Genji dodge. Dodges. 1 heroic basic attack will be 5 seconds. That's just a passive, so. His own unique verbiage for, 100% block, if you will. Sapper Camp is grabbed. Maiev gets the Vault of the Wardens to the side. It doesn't look like she's going to get an Umbral Bind application into Dino. We do have a handful of damage onto Hazuabs right now. Scroll is sealing onto a couple enemies. Hazu is still backing away. 75 physical armor from the ETC block party, and that's going to be Hazu taking down the Dark Wolf, the next to go down. And it's Team Germany falling here. And Team Poland picking up more kills. They're going to pull ahead in the kill department. A slightly ahead in experience advantage from that as well. They will take some damage from those sappers charging into bottom lane. Mopsy are resetting for full. Next objective is double in the middle and bottom locations. And if Poland wins map 1, I mean, Twitch prediction will be quite the upset, but I think, as we've been talking throughout the week, Germany has been the favored team in the tournament. So even just Team Poland taking a map off this team is humongous for even, league standings overall. Genji, a few shurikens onto Itrex here. There's going to be more pressure onto Hazuabs, but he's able to get the jet propulsion to the side. Looks like we do have a DC, so we're going to go ahead and do what we typically do, which is going to go ahead and jump, take care of that. And we'll leave ourselves in the game so we can look at stats and all that, but obviously we're not showing any information by taking away the map, so that's our way, so we don't have to pop out of the map, and I think it works better for all of you, so we can at least talk about, stackages, like Falstad currently sitting at 128 of the 300 in total, the second milestone being at the 150 mark. No stacks lost upon death, 1 gain from a minion kill, 5 gain from a heroic kill or assistance. And we're just going to wait for this Dark Wolf DC to subside. And we'll get back into things. We can talk about the heroics, though, because we didn't really go through those at all. It is going to be your Containment Disc, your Gust, Entomb, Tranquility, Sanctification, Stage Dive, X-Strike, Stay While and Listen, Blunt Force Gun, the BFG, and the Bunker Blaze. So good backline dive from the ETC Stage Dives. Stay While and Listen maybe as a setup to capture some of the frontliners, so that way ETC can get into the backline onto Malfurion, potentially. You do have Entomb, as we talked about in the draft. A great way to capture Sergeant Hammer, and she's unable to boost away, and then maybe you can just dump in the damage. You also have that Containment Disc. What?
Go, dude! Right!
Yes!
Holy jeez. Ebag, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. What the heck, bud? Thank you. How you doing today? Welcome on in. What a way to start out a map 1 disconnect. What's up, Pink? How you doing today? Thank you so very much. Welcome to the Bahamuts if you got a gifted sub. We're currently in a pause in map number 1 of this series. Did AI pick the ETC-10? No, AI Takeover does not pick talents until a set amount of time has surpassed. That is the fail-safe, so this is a Dark Wolf pickup on to Stage Dive. Happy Saturday, bud. Thank you. I don't think the Stage Dive is sus at all. Gust gets rid of it. Containment Disc gets... if we're talking Mosh Pit. Gust gets rid of it. Containment Disc gets rid of it. Umbral Bind potentially could, depending on how it works out. You've got a Buried Alive Leoric. You've got an Emerald Dreams Malfurion, which is going to be an interrupt. You got Sanctification Tyrael as a counter as well. So you've got a few of those. I think I mentioned Buried Alive level 20. There's a lot of ways to interrupt it, and I don't think Mosh Pit's really the playstyle. Because also the thing with Mosh Pit is you need to have like an all-in burst in a sense. Like Jaina, for example, Mephisto, Kael'thas, Gul'dan. They have these big burst moments to play off a ETC Mosh Pit. Blunt Force Gun, great. That's some good damage. Relatively high cooldown at 70 seconds. But even then, it's 672 damage, which isn't the craziest. A Genji, you got an X-Strike. Not the craziest burst. So, not going Mosh Pit, I absolutely can understand why. You've also got Nature's Cure, which we didn't even talk about for Malfurion, which is an easy way to cleanse things out as well. So, yeah. I'd say I don't think it's sus at all. I think ETC Stage Dive is a really good way to get in the backline. You know, Stage Dive on a Malfurion, power slide through the enemies, advance in with Blaze. Yeah, there's a lot of really good plays in with it. Yeah, Tyrael can basically be on the edge of Mosh. He has to be able to push the button, obviously, because if you can't push, if you're sitting there dancing, you can't push your button. Oh, I can't. I was gonna pull up heroic information, but I can't do that apparently. So. But yeah, like, Sanctification is just, create a field of Holy Arena that makes allied heroes invulnerable for 3 seconds. Sanctification, I mean, in the old HEC days, there was an old Towers of Doom game where a team overlapped Sanctification, I believe with Holy Arena and Divine Shield from Uther. They slightly overlap them, so someone can get a full channel and be uninterruptible. It was actually like 300 IQ, because it was like a super late game. There was tons of poke. People just couldn't finish out that. It was a single objective. Memory serves correct as well. But yeah, there's some really cool utility with Tyrael Sanctification, stuff like that. So yeah. I don't think, also, the other thing, too, is, like, ETC's got a lot of utility here. He's got that speed medal for mobility for him and his allies around. He's got block party as well. He's going to go into the Pinball Wizard level 7 for that hitting an enemy hero with Power Slide caused the next face melt against them to deal, within 2 seconds, to deal 300% more damage. So that's a nice value with that as well, but there we go. Oh, wait. No update, and then now it says sex, so maybe we are going to get some information here. Yo, Crush, what's up, bud? Freaky as well. Good to see all of you. You remember that game? Yeah, I can't remember what team it was, but it was just like, I remember seeing it and being like, this is brilliant. This is why I watch Heroes of the Storm. Crush, how goes the billiard season? Have you crushed the your foes? Internet Deutsche Bahn. Isn't that a joke about their train system, about the German train system from Mopsio? He's back. All right. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Sorry for the delay. We got the readies rolling out. Let's get back into Towers of Doom. We're 6.5 minutes in to map number 1 of our first best of 3 of the day. Slight pause, but we're back into it. Thanks for your patience. All right, so we've talked about talents. We've talked about all that. We didn't get to see the last little bit of information on the cycle of stats when the pause came through, so let's go ahead and at least leave you the experience information. As the double objective is going to be here. A containment disc from your Maiev goes out, but she will not be able to capture anyone. Deckard on the low side of your screen is going to be able to get the bottom objective. Even score currently, but will Team Poland still have the lead by 4? Or is it Germany to pull ahead?
Let the Gravekeeper know my power.
Scroll a ceiling for 1 delay. Maiev, Spirit of Vengeance, Teleport. Bolt of the Wardens utilized as well. Hammer, Hover Siege currently being utilized. Advancing into the objective pit. Mac gets a Drain applied to Genji. Dino move to the left-hand side to break that connection. Alright, Still waiting for the possibility of the center objective channel as a Blaze Adrenaline Sip-Back is active. Containment Disc will capture him. A potion goes out underneath. There's going to be a root from Malfurion. Falstad Hammering does go out with the Secret Weapon level 7. Hazuap's caught by the Entomb of Leoric as a few allies jump inside the bunker that has been summoned to Leoric to be taken down by the Sergeant Hammer, who fires out the Blunt Force gun expecting to be needing that extra damage, but it won't be necessary for the kill as Death Knight Deckard will be interrupted by a burning Halo Tyrael. Mopsio trying to back away the Umbral Bind on the Dark Wolf, and that ETC is going to be taken down, but Death Knight does get the channel, and it will be a Germany lead here in map number 1 with 4 shots going into the core. Dino heads to top lane. Not a whole lot of mana. Might just get the wave clear and reset out. Top lane Sapper Camp up in 35 seconds. Bottom left looks like it is going to be available and stolen away by the side of Team Poland. Like the aggression they're bringing to the table. As Falstad, by the way, will take flight to top, but he's got 156 on his stackage, so he does have that second milestone on his mythic trajectory, where he's got the 70 overall basic attack damage, 20 from the 60 mark, 50 from the 150 mark. All right, with 13 talent tier on the right-hand side, Tyra going to be taking out that Law and Order. Malfurion continues with the Nature's Swiftness. You got Leoric with Spectral Leech, so off the Mythical Mace. The big one for Falstad is going to be that Tailwinds, or that Sustained Wind, sorry, for the percent-based damage and increase to 2% while Tailwind is active, which you can push the button every 60 seconds for the frequent flyer for the Tailwind to be active for 4 seconds and the 25% attack speed. Containment Disc on the Hammer. The scroll ceiling finds its way onto Maev. Stage dive in from ETC. Power slide through the enemies. The Nature's Cure, the Stay While and Listen, and Hammer is going to be able to back away. The Blunt Force gun will be fired into a few enemies, but no fatal damage. Dark Wolf, though, will be pulled back with the Umbral Bind and taken down. Swift Strike from Genji as he looks to back away. Now, top left and right objectives will be coming up right now, and we'll see who's going to be able to get them. Typically, they're traded, but with the kill onto ETC and no stage after 38, his death timer is after the objective spawn. I think this is very plausible to see a double objective channel for Team Poland, and they will come out ahead by 4 shots.
Take the old
So that's what I can see right now. Falstad flies to top lane. Try and get some of that experience. No, it's just going to be trade objectives, probably. Okay. So it should still be a 4-point lead to the side of Team Germany, unless... Yeah, no, Dino's not going to get delayed by Mopsio. He was just pressuring onto Hazu.
This realm will be mine.
So Leoric has a way pushing at the bottom. A little auto attack on the Hammer forces out the Hyper Thrusters immediately. Face mount from ETC with the Encore level 13 for cooldown reduction by 5%. 4%, sorry. It's changed so many times. 4% of the 75 of your stage dive. A corner Dino Swift Strikes to the side, and we'll be able to back away fine. Getting there, but the power levels are like Dragon Ball Z. They keep going up. Today I learned Billiards has power creep. Alright, bottom lane Fort Gate opened up a little bit further. We got 1 minute until our center teleport opens up and the bell towers increase. Unless the objective phase is contestable during that time. Leoric anticipating the Dark Wolf. They're trying to corner this ETC, but he stage dives out. The Gust comes out late. ETC makes it near the boss, and he's not going to be taken down. Meanwhile, though, Hazuap's Blaze continues to shove top lane wave onto the fort. And he may get the conversion on this because there is no rotation from the enemies outside of the Falstad flight. Jet Propulsion read a little too early there.
The altars rise.
Hazu going for that collision with his collision course as well for the extra damage. Increased by 400 something. 469 at level 15. Absolutely wild how much that talent adds, because the baseline right now is like about 90. Wrong button. There we go. Baseline is 97. Baseline is 97. As I just want to check something really, really quickly. Stage dive. Yeah, it's a stun. It is categorized as a stun, so that's Nature's Cure can take care of that. Skeleton swing on a Hammer. The Entomb will capture her as well. There's going to be an Entangling Root as well. Gust from Falstad has a little bit of a slow power slide from ETC to create a bit more space for face melt as the Stay While and Listen captures so many. Deckard and Maiev will be traded. ETC stage diving into the enemies once again. Blaze trying to flank the Sanctification materials. They dive in onto the Dark Wolf, who will be taken down. Blaze, Jump Propulsion does manage to land a small stun, but Dino is being poked at here. The Eldrune Spike goes in. Falstead will not fall. Hammer looking to now hyper thrusters away. The body blocks were good, but not good enough to stall out the Hammer. And that is going to be a 24-24 game as Team Poland continue to rise on stacks with the Falstad. 259. 37 Mithril Mace for your Leoric. Material with the Haradra Reforging at level 7 for his basic attacks, reduce the cooldown of Eldrune's Might by 2 seconds. You do have that Moonlit Harmony from Malfurion as well. And this bottom lane bell tower looks like it will be converted in favor of Team Poland. And we'll have the bell tower upgrade here in about 10 seconds.
Heroes,
Oh, less.
I've opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground center.
He's getting another camp for top lane.
What?
Top keep.
I could do that.
A little bit lower right now. Falstead may be able to save this, but he is getting quite close to that Mythic, which is another 125 damage. So he's tops out at 195. Falstead barrel rolling in. Dino with a couple shurikens going at Eldrune's Might to chase on a Dino. Swift Strike to disengage. Triple objective coming up next. We'll see who's going to be able to pull ahead. It is assumed that the solo lanes will be traded, and you'll see center being contested, which will be the real differentiator in core health. Mines are going to scout Maiev. Containment disc on to Sergeant Hammer. Drune's Might thrown in. Bottom left bell tower goes down in favor of Team Poland. This could be. Sappers going through as well. And a rapid difference in core HP. The other thing to mention too is we've got about a level lead, a 4-kill difference for Team Poland. Bonk Staff for Deckard. Relatively low cooldown at 5 seconds. You get a 3-second quarter stun. Blaze ignites the O-Slick. Falstad gets another wave in top. He needs a singular minion. And he's going to get that right there. Done with Mythic. Genji with the delay. Blaze and Maiev trade, so it's a 2-point difference on that. We're now 19-21. And Malfurion looks like he gets this channel as well. So we're going to be looking at a massive jump in core HP difference between the two teams favoring Team Poland. And they're going to go for boss as well to make it an 11-point game. Oil Slick Scouts. No stage dive ETC or anything like that. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna try and go for this. I think it's, we trade bell tower for boss. Great call coming out from Poland. This will also push them into 20 with Buried Alive, Shadow Orb Huntress or Vengeance. Man, I always mess up that one. Wind Tunnel Falstead, Serenity for your Malfurion, and Holy Arena. Buried Alive, Gust into the corner. Blaze will be taken down. Nice play coming out from Team Poland as they continue to hold control of map number 1, Towers of Doom. And they're going to look for a mid lane bell tower. A small minion wave is here, but the damage is massive. Oh no, they don't convert it? They're going to wait till the last second before the objective, I think. Genji in top lane is going to push up a wave. Falstead's here for the clear. And Leoric, though, is getting close to finishing up Mithril Mace. He's got another 19 stacks to go. Oh, and the minion wave got that? Wow, I'm wickedly surprised. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was a burning... Could have been a burning halo from Tyrael over the wall, actually. Bottom bell tower, it's getting low. 20's here with the Ultra Capacitors, Respect the Elderly, Ride the Lightning ETC, Genji I'm assuming is Living Weapon, and Blaze is probably Fortified Bunker, indeed it is. If they can delay out a little bit of the objective, there could be a conversion of Bell Tower. We're going to see that maybe from Dino. The Blunt Force Gun does get one delay. Jet Propulsion lands onto Leoric, who's going to get the Wraithwalk out. Containment disc on Genji, the Sanctification coming down from Tyrael. That's the top right bell tower converted. 3 to 5 potential shots. Tyrael will be taken down. ETC with the power slide in. Tyrael gets some death time reduction on the ETC as we see a bit of damage onto his health bar. Mac will not die. They're going to give the objective. An unfortunate moment for Team Poland as they were so close to putting Team Germany on a game-threatening amount of health, but lost up in 2 minute 53. Top lane, wave pushing up onto the bell tower. Very thin. Damage is decent, but they're going to need another minion wave or someone to tank tower shots for a few seconds here. Minus 40 armor is a bit annoying to deal with, but the minion wave has arrived, and it's not going to be a big deal. Mid gets converted by Genji. Bottom is going to be rushed in by some sappers. ETC and friends will have to convert on that. And let's see, our next bell tower phasing is going to be top left and right. A few shurikens with the Shingun Mastery. Sorry, Shuriken Mastery and Shingun level 13. On to the keep of bottom. Stage dive onto Falstad. He immediately activates Wind Tunnel. 55-second cooldown to 67 currently, but keep in mind you have that Encore for the 4% cooldown per enemy hero hit by face melt or the little boom box. Mithril Mace is done though. The Orc has his increased attack speed. 50% because you get the passive 20 and then stacking up to the 30, so you get a 50 in total. Uh-oh, I hear an Entomb. Bunker comes down from Blaze. Stay a while and listen. Wraith walk through the enemies, which there's no Ominous Wraith or any value from that. Blunt Force Gun will fire out as well. The Storm was utilized by ETC. Death Knight getting really low. Signification coming down. They're going to run down Deckard and ETC. The old man back to the retirement home. As Dino's able to Swift Strike into a potion, but the death timers are really high here. I think it might be Team Germany on a 2 points here, as it's a minute till the boss is up. I was thinking they might try and convert bottom bell tower and get the 10 shots in now. They might do it through mid lane. Yo, Ninja, what's up, bud? This could be fatal. Still 33 for Deckard and ETC. Leorca's going to go for the top right channel. There's a containment disc on to Blaze. Two buried alive onto Dino, and he'll be mopped up. There's a Falstad Wind Tunnel to push back the enemies, and I think the writing is on the wall, everybody. This is going to be Team Poland with a map 1 victory. An upset on the channel points for sure on this one. And yes, Kaimo, the 40-0 dream is dead. Hammer gets chunked. Falstad has the autos needed to take them down. Hazuops, will he join his friends in Finland? The respawn comes through for ETC and Deckard. Will ETC stage dive in? Yes, he's going to try and delay this, but the root comes down immediately. Bolt of the Storm to the side. Leorc Wraith walking in. Love Call, delayed by a scroll of ceiling. Material jumps over the wall with an Obdurant Smite. The Twin Flames ignite the Oil Slick as the bunker comes down from Blaze. A Sanctification to just eat damage underneath this bell tower as Deckard gets taken down by Falstad somewhere else on the map, and that is going to be the final shots. Rolling on in. GG has been called, and that is going to be Team Poland with a map 1 victory here in Nations Cup League Stage Day 3 in our first series. Nice. Alrighty, welcome back on in. Map number 2, we're jumping into Infernal Shrines. Team Germany still on the left side, Team Poland still on the right, but Team Poland will have the map score of 1 in this best of 3 series. Team Germany opting in for map pick first pick priority as the losing side, so this will be Team Poland choosing Infernal Shrines for all of us. As a reminder, the Meta Madness rules are in place, so the 10 heroes we saw in map number 1 cannot be played again. No Malfurion, no Blaze, no Genji, none of that. But it does look like similar bans coming through. We did have a Thrall Chromie previously. There was a Viking ban from Poland as well. What is Germany going to get rid of here? On Infernal Shrines, it could be a Johanna still again. Hummingbird beaks are really short when they hatch. Their beaks grow longer once they fledged and can eat their own. And can eat on their own. Not eat their own, on their own. There we go. Missed one word there that made a big difference. Alright, Hogger and Johanna will be banned away. Not really too surprising on those bans, but does leave things like Gul'dan available. Stukov is not bad for this map as well. We've got to Hawk up for Double Soak or Mobility, or just Wave Clear and Soak and Shrine Clear. Sonya's pretty strong on this map as well. So we'll have the Vala being first picked for the side of Team Germany. just a solid hyper carry. Or a solid just range assassin. Could be a hyper carry situation. Ariel could be the pickup as well. What do we get here for Team Poland? I mean, with Vala first pick, I don't think you want to even consider Cho'Gall. I don't think you want to consider Deathwing. Manticore 16 is a terrifying idea. So we're going to see a Garrosh Sylvanas. I like this a lot. We also could see Cassia for Team Poland. Get that blind onto the Vala potentially. You could also just go Artanis and go Suppression Pulse level 10. I mean, Crushionator would be appreciated. With the Vala, I would assume this is going to be healer tank. Could be tank solo. If they have a priority under the Dahaka, I feel. Or Yrel. Both of them are very, very popular in this.
Tremble before me.
That's some aggression out the gate with Medivh Diablo. No Malfurion. You have the Garrosh control. Mind control from Sylvanas, potentially. Hummingbirds are cannibalistic monsters. Baha 2026. Gotta go to Reddit. No, that's understandable, Sig. Ariel to be banned. I think that's a fair ban as well. Detainment Strike and all of that. A hyper carry Vala in this situation would be able to be a solid battery for her. Are you doing some cooking again? What are you making? I made grilled cheese for the family last night. My dad made soup the night before, so we had soup and sandwiches last night. It was delicious. Shen ban. Okay, they want to get rid of Wandering Keg displacement around the portals. Definitely understand that angle. So the Garrosh Sylvanas, what kind of healer are we looking at? Rhaegar would not be bad. Purge with Purification level 7 is really nice. Uther could be a consideration as well for the stun. Hand of Protection does get cooldown with auto attacks. So you could have that. It is going to be the Rhaegar.
To my last breath.
I like the Kael'thas as well. It's probably going to be Mana Addict. A man can dream about Convection, but it's probably going to be Mana Addict for the Arcane Barrier. I like the Rhaegar Purge, as I said. 60-second cooldown baseline. Can go into Purification 7 for that extra values. If you're able to cleanse out negative affliction onto your allies, you also get some healing onto them. And then also the cooldown, 15 seconds. Malthael Ana, so nano boosted Malthael. If it's a Lightning Breath Diablo, we could see a nano boosted Lightning Breath Diablo. It also could be a nano boosted Vala. Nano boosted Medivh is a thing too. There's a lot of really good nano boosting targets. Last pick here. I feel like they want something to like get in the back line. No, they need a solo lane. They need a solo lane.
It is time.
I do like the Zool route. I actually think this is a really smart idea. You Bone Prison, you have Wrecking Ball displacement. You have the Sylvanas to get into the backline a little bit onto the Ana, I do think. I like the Poland draft a lot. The Hyper Carry Vala is going to be interesting. We'll see how Dino does, but get your gambles in. Because we got about, what, 5 minutes on the gamble? Perfect. Alrighty, let's get into it. Left side is Team Germany with the Dark Wolf on Diablo, Hazuab's Malthael, your Dino, Vala, Death Knight, Ana, and Ultralisk is your Medivh. Gonna be taking a look at Team Poland, who's looking for the 2-0 victory through Infernal Shrines with a Mopsio, Kael'thas, Loveklaw on the Rhaegar, Itrex Rhaegar, Aryan Sylvanas, and Mac is your Garrosh. Death's Reach, Malthael, Soul Shield Diablo, Vala, Creed of the Hunter,
The battle begins in
Contact Healing Ana,
10 seconds.
Portal Mastery for Medivh, Warbreaker on your Garrosh,
5,
Might of the Banshee
4,
Queen Sylvanas,
3,
Colossal Totem
2,
Rhaegar,
1.
Mana Addict Kael'thas, and
We cannot
Zool.
tarry.
Backlash, maybe? Shackler? Shade? What color are we going with here? Green, red, or blue? It's going to be green with Shade. While active. Fade auto attacks from the enemy. But it does increase your bone armor cooldown from 30 to 40 seconds. Ocelot's taking a handful of damage at the beginning here. Displacement from the Wrecking Ball. There will be another Groundbreaker going out. Hazuop's able to get a regen globe. Living Bomb applied to Diablo, and he will not be sharing any of that explosion value. Arcane Punisher will be coming up in the mid lane. As we do get right and left Sapper, or Impaler camp started out. As Diablo will soak up a little bit of bottom lane safely. Actually, looks like he's going to be feigning that he's going into this camp. I think he stayed in vision for a moment, but they're just going to be setting up. Dino, hit with a Living Bomb immediately. Sleep Dart into 2 enemies as well. Shade thrown out from Malthios. This camp is going to be started. Zool up against Medivh in top lane. An interesting prospect here. As we get back onto the camp, it is going to be picked up by the members of Team Germany. A lot of Poland members low, and that's going to be first blood picked up by Diablo. Darkwolf taking down Kael'thas. Sylvanas is trying to get more baseline stackage up to 39 currently. As Zool has a bit of double soak here, getting some Risen Skeleton summoned as he does clear out a bit of the wave, and nicely done. So Zool is going to be able to quickly clear top. As the allies are defending bottom lane up against the Impaler camp that was pushed up by Team Germany. Slight experience advantage from that kill, but I think overall, I mean, it's pretty equal. I would assume the minions is the deficit. Yeah, minion deficit by about 400. Alright, so Arcane Punisher for mid lane first. We'll have your 4 talents here on both sides in a moment. Diablo going into Firestomp. Typically followed up by a Lightning Breath at level 10. You have your Haunting Arrow, Sylvanas. She will try and use that activation in bottom lane for a bit of siege. Displacement with the Wrecking Ball, but Diablo has the portal set up by Ultralisk, who's going to portal in and out with the Raven Familiar. No Wrecking Ball, good cooldown counting from Ultralisk. Able to play aggressive and pick up a stack or 2 more. As the left side Fallen Shaman has been finished by Germany. They're just going to let Ana capture this when they want it. A little bit closer to the objective timer. Bone Prison on the Hazuobs. He'll go up in the lane. The Gravity Lapse Flame Strike does land. We do have Ana grabbing the channel on the camp, and Hazuobs will not be taken down. Death Knight luckily was there, waiting to get the channel on that objective or on that camp. God, the real objective is the Fallen Shaman, right? Small haunted wave out from Sylvanas, but no teleport. Firestorm from Diablo to answer. Vala using Death Dealer level 4 to get some of those resets. Be able to start working through this objective quite quickly. No 7 talents here on either side. And it does seem like Team Poland's going to get first objective and go for soak.
Your world is upside down.
Kael'thas lands a Gravity Lapse. There's a global announcement for it. Fire Stomp met by a Groundbreaker up to 5. That is the first milestone reward for Warbreaker. So after stunning 5, Groundbreaker stun deals additional 209 damage over 3 seconds to heroes. Looking for the 15 stacks in totals. The bottom lane port gate has been opened up. And Punisher coming through the mid lane. Vala, Sleep Dart onto your Garrosh, as he will be getting a cleanse from Rhaegar. Level 7 from him was that Grounded Totem, excuse me. Zool with the Jailers and the Trogul's Essence at 4 and 7. Oppressor for the Garrosh. Felon Fusion, or sorry, Sunfire Enchantment. Felon Fusion's level 1. Sunfire Enchantment for your Kael'thas as Diablo comes in with the Shadow Charge. Just really punish the jump. Dominable from the Garrosh was utilized. Darkwolf is a little bit deep and needs to back away. Some healing debuff going out from Liana. She does have the anti-healer level 7. Bone Prison onto the Vala. She's going to vault into the bush and try and break vision. As Darkwolf is a little bit low, but the Force of Will is going to deny possible fatal damage. Flame Strike almost takes down Dino. They want to confirm the kill into Diablo. Will be able to do so. As Vala jumps through the portal, the Bone Prison lands on the Hazu, and the mid lane fort will not fall. The fort gate taken down. And let's call it 20% of the fort has been damaged. I do have to say, the big thing to mention here is that Vala, Dino, has not really been able to sit there and sustain damage onto the enemies. Only 41 stacks currently, which feels a bit low for him. 135 for the Sylvanas, 59 on your Jailers for the Zool, so he's going to get a few more in mid lane. see what Sylvanas is able to do on top. This is where the next Punisher is going to be around 7 minutes in game time. Fort Gate completely opened up. Hazuab's taking a bit of damage from Lovko and Arion, but I don't think this is going to be a kill into Hazu realistically. Haunting arrows are activated. Hazu's actually getting a little bit low. The Haunting... Ooh, that purge! That purge from Lovko will be utilized. A portal for from Medivh to allow Diablo to Shadow Charge onto the Sylvanas. She's going to get an assist from Garrosh. The Haunting Wave thrown into the enemies with the Festering Wounds level 7. Vala does pick up her first 50 stack. Matt getting that is a really good Indomitable. Unfortunately, Diablo will still be able to get the last little bit of damage in. It's actually Vala got the last auto to take down Garrosh there. Nicely done. 2-2 in kills, 10-10 overall. Paxtus, thank you for the 5 bits. We appreciate it, bud. Yo, what's up, Ian? How you doing today? Good to see you. Haunting Wave again from Sylvanas, but no teleport. Dark Wolf is going to get a Fire Stomp in the enemy team. A Sleep Dart, Mind Control. Kael'thas gets the Ancestral, but the Anti-Healer level 7 with the spray. The Anti-Healer is going to increase the healing debuff by 0.75 seconds, making it a 2.5 second healing debuff, baseline being 1.75. Lightning Breath, Tormented Souls, Rain of Vengeance, Nano Boost, and your Leyline Seal. It is Mind Control, Warlord's Challenge, Skeletal Mage's Ancestral, and your Phoenix for the Kael'thas. Well, Sylvanas and Rhaegar are back in top lane, pushing. And Sylvanas wants to get up to the 250 mark, but she's going to start backing away. Actually, it's Rhaegar to back away. The Haunting Wave is going to be there, but Diablo's still chasing in. Mind Control misses. Garrosh is going to get hit with the Shadow Charge. Throws back Diablo with the Rain of Vengeance, or with the Wrecking Ball into a Groundbreaker. Lightning Breath from Diablo zones. A Phoenix from Kael'thas with a few autos on the Dark Wolf. And the Minion Wave. Living Bomb applied to Dark Wolf. No Netherwind connection. Sorry, that's Energy Royal. Netherwind is green. Nice little alley-oop as Diablo had the overpower, and then Garrosh was like, nope, there's the out of the fray. It does look like Azul is going to double soak a bit. He's going to harass Hazu. No level 13 for the Inevitable End, as Azul is going to get a few more autos onto Hazu here with the Curse Strikes active. Sylvanas is coming down here as well. Are they giving objective again? I mean, this is a fort guaranteed. But Vala gets objective. Skeletal Mage's Bone Prison, Tormented Souls from Malthael. Mind Control lands onto him as he does get a Force of Will for the Medivh. Portal set up to chase onto the Sylvanas, and she is going to get taken down here. I don't see a world where she lives. Zult is taken down as well. I feel like Poland, they're going for this weird macro play, and it's just really not working out for them. They've given over 2 Punishers. They've given over a couple deaths because of the split pushing. Yeah, they got the fort of bottom lane, and they've weakened top, but top lane against them has been opened up, and this Punisher should be the setup for the structure to be taken down, possibly more, as Diablo comes in through the portal. Punisher taking both tower shots. Ancestral applied to the Garrosh, no counter with the anti-healer or Vita Grenade. Dino Vala does get the nano boost, and yeah, they're going to lose their top lane fort.
Blue team's Punisher has been slain.
Well, Echoes of Death level 13 for your Azul, so typically Decrepify level 16, and then your Mortal Wound at 20 for the 75% healing debuff. I believe it's a 4-second duration on that. Sylvanas is going to be going into the Windrunner at level 13, which synergizes really well with the Festering Wounds. We've been seeing that. She is at 280 plus stacks right now. Warlord's Challenge from Garrosh, the Rain of Vengeance from Vala. Dark Wolf was able to jump to the portal, the Sleep Dart from Ana, denying any further chase. I do hear Bone Prison onto the Diablo, but the Gravity Lapse follow-up from Energy Royal is not going to connect. Sylvanas pushes mid. The next objective is... I didn't look at the timer, but I'd venture a guess it's around 11 minutes in game time. Quick chain heal. Garrosh is going to be hit with the mark from Malthael. Groundbreaker in the bush finds no connection. 300 stacks for Sylvanas. She's 100 to go for the Mythic. 84 on the Vala. No death from her yet, if memory serves. Yep. Gravity Lapse onto Diablo. A Groundbreaker as well. Maltheo jumps in the back line. Another grabby lapse landing. Mind control misses sorry. We have Garrosh and Kael'thas are the ones to fall here. I can't believe that Tormented Souls got that much value for Hazu. I thought he was dead, but the Force of Will from Medivh. Literally my jaw's on the desk. Team Germany making map 1 look like an absolute fluke right now as they get the triple kill bottom lane. They're going to enter into 16 talents here, and the afterburners are turned on. I mean, it's talent tier 2 level. Maltheo mid lane is going to use that inevitable end self-cleanse. Hazu Wilharth out for full everything. A Hungering Arrow chases onto Rhaegar, but no hit, so there's no bounce. Kael'thas does have Mana Addict finished out, so he's got the activation of his Arcane Barrier. 45-second cooldown for that. No, I just put my head down, Revolver. Phoenix out from the Kael'thas. It zones a little bit. We still have that talent tier deficit, and I feel like this is going to be Team Poland playing macro and giving another objective to Team Germany. Man. Yeah, I just don't think they're going to get the half a level in time to be able to contest this. I mean, it's going to be close. But I still think Germany's going to have the lead in skeletal defenders and Poland showing up late. Unless Poland gets like a really good team fight. Diablo thrown to the side. The 16 does roll through. It's 12-0 in defenders. Haunting Wave to the side. Skeletal Mages from Zool. It is that Decrepify. We'll talk about some of the other pickups here in just a moment as Diablo comes in with the Shadow Charge. The Ancestral Healing on Amopsio is going to be good. Sylvanas goes in with the Haunting Wave, the Mind Control. Hazu up slow, but he's going to get another Tormented Souls and dives in once again with the Nano Boost. Takes down Sylvanas. Mopsio with the assist from Mac to be thrown to safety. Hazu hit with a tower shot, minus 20 armor. The inevitable end. The Living Bomb is applied. And another totem comes down with Earth Grasp level 16. Punisher given over to the side of Team Germany, but this Medivh is just countering any kill potential that Poland brings to the table. And it's another double kill for Team Germany. Make it a triple kill into Zool. Leyline Seal finds the Rhaegar, and he's looking to get away. He throws down the totem to try and take down Death Knight. The spray is there, the vault forward, and that is Finland for Team Poland. Frozen Punisher moves in through mid lane, and this could be keep. It could be game. Level drop here as they're playing to the far side of the keep on this Punisher. It's still at 86%. 354 stacks with the Sylvanas. She's gotten a lot of good value. Unfortunately, I think Team Germany, though, has just found win after win in these team fights. Too many Punishers given away, too much macro pressure that really didn't find the value. So let's see if this is good defense coming out from Poland. A lot of respawns are coming through. The Nano Boost took Malfield, jumps into the back line. A Leyline Seal finds the Zool. Punisher jumping onto Garrosh again. He pops the Indomitable. Core is dropping. Malfield inevitable end. Cleanses out the Bone Prison. And this is going to be Team Germany with a map number 2 victory. Our first best of 3 of the day goes into a map number 3. We're on trajectory for a max amount of games today. GG. Well played. Alrighty, everybody. Into Haunted Mines we go. Left side is going to be Team Germany. Right side, Team Poland, this is going to be a best-of-3 series, so 20 heroes are unavailable from the Meta Madness. 24 will be unavailable for the remainder of this series. At the start of the draft, as we do have the 4 bans at the top of the screen, Chromie continues to be banned, Thrall continues to be banned. Is there another removal of Johanna? Is there a priority into Deathwing? We've been seeing him pop up on this map quite a bit. Is there any consideration for Cho'Gall for Team Poland? It's a 2-lane map. It's, 2 lanes, 2 heads. It's perfect. Hogger will be removed. Urel has been played on this map quite a bit as well. Her mobility in the mines is really decent, or her mobility in general is really decent with Hand of Freedom, Divine Steed, Avenging Wrath, trait value, so then you just get another Avenging Wrath if you want. Last ban on the right side. I mean, Malthael's already been played. Hanzo's up. I'm surprised that no one's prioritized Hanzo. Dahaka's up, but he can't brush talk into the mines, so I don't really know if he's got a lot of value for this map outside of wave clear. I could see a Sonya as well. I think Sonya for this map could be really, really strong. Out the gate, Deathwing. Immediate Deathwing here. Okay. I don't hate the idea of a Tychus whatsoever from Poland. I think a Tychus could be really good. Could still go into Ariel. Could still go into Cho'Gall as well with that, but let's see what they want to do for the first 2 picks. If it's healer and an assassin or a solo lane, I'm going to have a gut feeling it's Cho'Gall.
For the Nexus.
Orphea, she does have percent-based damage.
The light abandons no man.
With the Uther, I'm not leaning into Cho'Gall. I'm not seeing Cho'Gall with Uther unless Poland is going to, pull the rug from underneath us, but we could see an Alexstrasza for Team Germany. Alexstrasza is one of the few heroes that can actually heal Deathwing. She can go Globe Quest at 1, and that'll spawn a Globe for Deathwing, and you can pick those up and those heal him. If the enemy team takes a Mal'Ganis and uses Dark Conversion wrong, that's another way to do it.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Both teams can go Cho'Gall here. Cassia Tyrande. All right, we got Tyrande on the left-hand side for Team Germany. I like that a lot. Team Poland, what do they want to ban here? It could be a Stitches ban. I could legitimately see Stitches Junkrat for the last 2 picks of Germany. That would not be bad at all. Murden will be removed. Okay. I assume it's main tank Uther. I don't think we're going to see a Kerrigan on Haunted Mines. This isn't really the best map for her to get her stackage. Typically you want like a double soak situation like Infernal or Volskaya Foundry. Even Towers of Doom, technically, you could have her as the solo, or you just rotate mid to bottom. I think a second healer would be... Nah, well, I could see Anduin, really. I'll get rid of the Urel. She does have a lot of really good utility, as we mentioned earlier, the Hand of Freedom and such, Seraphim Self-Cleanse. Right. The Cassia Blinds are a bit of a nuisance for a Tychus. I could still see Greymane. I don't think Hanzo Giant Slayer would be too bad, right?
We will forge a great destiny.
Varian Zeratul. Huh. I think Germany can still run the Stitches Junkrat here. I think Stitches Junkrat would be a solid pickup. In the 4-man, you have Deathwing solo lane. Right now, I don't really feel like there's a ton of scary pressure into Deathwing. That's what I'd be leaning into. I don't know what they want to actually do here, though.
I'm ready for the battle of the wild.
I was not expecting a Rexar Imperious to round this out, but that's what they went into. Okay, very interesting. Charge, Celestial Charge, Lunar Flare, Huntress Mark, Fen from Cassia. I'm assuming the Rexar's in the 4-man. And Misha, I really do think that Germany's got a very interesting draft here. Last pick, they need a solo lane, I think.
Frostborn hungers.
Is it Colossal Smash Varian? Is it C Smash? I could see Twin Blades, but I feel like this is a C Smash game. I feel like Arthas is the main tank with Uther, Zeratul, Orphea, Varian solo up against Deathwing with C Smash? Let's get into it. Let's find out. All right, get your gambles in, everybody. Twitch predictions. Go, go, go. Yo, what's up, Dom? How you doing today, bud? Very interesting drafts indeed. Absolutely. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Get ready for combat, heroes.
On the left-hand side, it's going to be Team Germany. You've got your Dark Wolf, Deathwing, Death Knight, Tyrande, Dino, Cassia, Rexar, played by Hazu, Misha, played by Misha, and Ultralisk Imperius. Right side is going to be Team Poland, looking for the shutdown on the Germany reverse sweep. Mac Arthas, Itrex Varian, Lovecall Uther, Arion Zeratul, Mopsio Orphea.
In 10 seconds.
Talk about level 1s as we want to see if Death Knight's first Tyrande Sentinel does hit.
4, 3, 2.
Malthael and Leo have already been played, yes. The Orc on map 1 by Team Poland. Malthael on map 2 by Hazuabs. No Sentinel hit. First Sentinel misses, if that's what you're waiting for the Twitch prediction. Moonlit Arrows, Charge Strikes Cassia, Bird of Prey for your Rexar, Impaling Light for the Imperius, as well as your Dragon Soul Deathwing. It is High King's Quest for the Varian. A Rhyme Arthas, Wave of Light Uther, Greater Cleave Zeratul, and your Ancestral Strength for the Orphea. Let's see, South side, Sapper Camp is going to be grabbed by Team Germany. North side worked on by the Arthas right now. Orphea getting a little bit of damage in as well. Dino, no Misha, Root. Now, keep in mind, Misha kills do count for High King's Quest, so could be an easy way to get those. It looks like retreat pings are called for, and Team Germany will be given the free Sapper Camp. Zeratul soaking bottom, looking to avoid the Celestial Charge, will be able to do so. Blinks back in for the cleave. Quick heal from Uther comes through. As Deathwing will drop down into the wave. No death drop or anything, but 1, 2, 3 Sappers do make their way into bottom lane Fort Gate. Top lane looks like a few of them charging as well. That's a lot of damage onto Arthas. The Hunter's Mark is there. The Howling Blast goes out. Mopsio dipping and dashing all around with Shadow Wolves. Another wave of light into a Lunar Flare is really good. They're going to try and take down the Misha Bear, but a Celestial Charge from Imperius will say nope, and first blood picked up by Team Germany. A charge from Misha, Celestial Charge again into Varian. He's going to parry, throw back the Lion's Fang, able to double back away from the Lunar Flare. 3 stacks on Lunar Blaze for the Tyrande. She's got a milestone at 10, 20, and 40 stacks. 10 being the 30% range increase on her Lunar Flare, 20 being the piercing on Sentinel, and at the 40 she gets the old value of Shooting Star. Or the old level 20 of Shooting Star is a better way to phrase it. And as they pick up a couple kills and some Sapper Camps, as well as siege damage onto these gates, it is going to be Team Germany getting into the 4 talent tier faster. Pretty standard stuff so far. Waiting to see what we get with Rexar, Cassie, and Imperius. Deathwing is going to drop down to invade this camp. Colossus Smash from the Varian, by the way. He's going to immediately apply that to Dark Wolf, who does get taken down by Orphea, but a Celestial Charge comes through the fend from Cassia. Zeratul able to blink to the side. Varian low is going to look to throw a Lion's Fang back, and camp will be stolen. Arthas and Deathwing traded. You know, at least you got the kills, so there's that at least. It's not like you lost camp and Arthas. Small silver lining. Arthas is going to be going into the Frozen Waste, by the way. So after damaging enemy heroes 150 times, the Frozen Waste, the movement speed and attack speed slow lasts up to an additional 1.5 seconds. Yes, against enemy heroes. Yeah. I believe, isn't the baseline of it... Oh, Colossus Smash again. Baseline of it is 3.5, isn't it? It's 1.5, so it becomes a 3. It doubles. Okay, easy way to remember it. Varian's dead. And this will be the mines continuing out in favor of Team Germany, it does look like. Team Poland will be able to pick up a few of the Risen Miner Skulls, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get much. So with 7 up soon, Orphea does go into the Allegrissimo level 4. No endpoint level 1. Colossus Smash onto Dino. Minus armor is there onto Cassia, but she gets it back with her trait. That's Death Knight very low. Tyrande does go down. Mopsio is going to try and Shadow Waltz back again. And this Sapper camp looks like it will be invaded by Team Poland. Uh-oh, Celestial Charge though is going to be coming through. There's an onslaught in from Deathwing. The Incinerate as well. Colossal Smash. Misha does go down. Another stack for Varian's kills, but this camp is going to be given. Alright. We still haven't had our first objective yet. We see the summoning locations with red being on the bottom, blue being on the top for Team Germany. Zorfia will use a chomp to clear out this Sapper camp a little bit. A Lion's Fang going out into the minion wave as well. Let's see what we have going on in the mines. This is Ultralisk, Molten Armor active, working on this camp, or working on these Risen Miners. Oh, the rare level 7, Caldori's Resistance. Light of Balloon grants the target 10 spell armor for 2 seconds. This fact stacks up to 2 times. Have not been seeing this level 7 very often. Colossal Smash again in from Varian. Looks like that's all we're going to see. Another cleave in from Zeratul. It does go Wormhole level 7 as he's going to be hit with a Celestial Charge, and that's Molten Armor from Imperius just taking down Zeratul. Team Poland came out swinging in Map 1, and it looks like they have just fallen apart since Map 2, and Germany is on trajectory for a reverse sweep. It does also look like your Team Germany members are going to finish out most of the Risen Miner Skulls. There still is 28 remaining on that Underworld boss. Dark Wolf looking to back away. Colossal Smash again onto Dark Wolf. Some of the experience coming through. Minions is a big significant amount here. Funny enough, the heroic kills are 700 difference. The Underworld boss is going to be contested. Deathwing landing down in here. Varian will be taken down after Misha. The skulls are mostly going over the side of Team Germany as the onslaught misses. Is there a chase out onto Mac and Mopsio? Yes, but no further pursuit will be achieved. Damage onto the Zeratul is able to wiggle to the side from the Celestial Charge connection. This blue golem in top lane looks like there's a lot of members of Team Germany up here to push in with this. Let's find out how much siege they can achieve.
Well done. Your golem is stronger than your enemies.
So Deathwing is currently working on bottom lane. This is going to be your top lane fort to be completely taken down, I do believe. A Starfall from the Tyrande unleash the boars. You have your Angelic Armament as well as Bellowing Boar and a Ball Lightning Cassia. Charge lands onto the Orphea. This is going to be a Shadow Waltz to try and take her down. And 1 stack for High King's Quest right there. I believe that's the 5 kills needed. Lost a smash onto the Golem, which does reduce the armor. I think I clicked this a little too late, so to check that out a little bit later on if we do get another C smash onto him. Doubtful. We do have Syndragosa Warbringer for the Varian, as well as your Void Prison, Eternal Feast, and Divine Shield. 124 stacks on that Frozen Waste from the Arthist as well. And 4 seconds on a Sapper Camp for bottom. Top lane is available as well. And the Golems will be swapping lanes here, so our Germany Golem will be going to bottom next. The Syndragosa pickup, I think, is pretty big for the side of Poland to be able to get a little bit more siege potential, or even just dive underneath structures to find a kill into the enemy heroes. But the auto attacks onto Germany is still needed, as well as globes, I do believe. That's going to be a definitely dropping down. Colossal Smash immediately onto the Dark Wolf, who's going to heal up from that Incinerate level 4, the heat transfer. Good ball lightning out from Cassia. Void Prison in the back line. Itrex is low. Lion's Fang thrown back. Syndragosa will be summoned onto the enemy squad as a disengage tool. Take a look here really quickly on the Varian stats. He's on 2, so he just needs 2 globes to get his High King's Quest value, and he did go second wind at level 7 for the basic attack heal variant for 1% of his max health. While below 50% health, they also heal for 50% of the damage dealt. Frozen Waste is done. Mac is a little bit low. Gonna self-heal with Death Coil. A Shadow Waltz onto Ultralisk, who does have minus armor from the tower shot as well as this Colossal Smash, and Orphea and friends will be able to take down the Imperius. Lion's Fang slows Death Knight. Another Colossal Smash up in 8 seconds. The Warbringer allowing Varian to charge every 4. And he's going to be able to he's going to be assisted by the Howling Blast, but it's Orphea Varian taken down. It still is Team Germany vying for this fight, and Mac, another self-heal on the Death Coil. Deathwing unafraid or unaffected by the Howling Blast value and does manage to chase in. This Team Germany pulling ahead still by 2 kills. Next Golem phasing up in 10 seconds, and as I mentioned, they'll swap lanes. Poland to top, Germany to bottom, and Deathwing has a wave pushing up. Needs to clear out the minions with Molten Flame. 351 stacks of the 2,000 for Deathwing on his Hour of Twilight, and that is a Harsh Moonlight level 13 Tyrande. Fire and Fury. You've also got your Aspect of Hawk, which is a big auto attack buff for Rexar. It is going to be Pathetic Mortals for the Imperius. Stunning enemy heroes with Celestial Charge reduces their movement speed by 25% and their damage by 50 for 4 seconds. Let's see. A lot of Risen Minor Skulls immediately being picked up by Team Poland, up to 44 versus the 26 of the enemy, Team Germany, and it's going to come down to the Underworld boss. Will Team Germany be able to have the stronger Golem by a little bit, or will Poland fight for this? Seems like there's a Sapper Camp off cooldown that they're going to be going for rather than the Underworld boss. Okay. Do also have the Gloves of Electory for the Cassia here. And Sappers in top lane get a Fort Gate. Not completely, but they get some of it. VP onto 2. Eternal Feast will be activated underneath that. Colossal Smash from Varian Hazo up to be taken down by Zeratul, and the Cindergosa was used here as a Cataclysm from Deathwing. And Ultralisk is looking to back away, but they will be taken down as well. Now Deathwing, Bellowing Roar, pushes 3 away, but Itrex comes in with the charge. This is going to be Darkbolt so very low, and they also fall. That's Team Poland now in the advantage spot with kills. They have the weaker Golem of the 2, but this is a real big momentum shift in their favor. Varian uses Colossal Smash here, we can at least see. Yeah, it does armor and spell, armor debuff. Physical spells, excuse me. So Golem in bottom lane does confirm the fort. Golem in top lane is gonna get some damage. That's probably the best way to put it right now. Varian did go into Juggernaut as well for the percent-based damage at level 13. You have Shattered Armor for the Arthas, which is a minus 15 armor for 4 seconds. Another armor debuff that would be really good in the Cassia and the Deathwing. So we'll see a couple resets from Mac. Actually, it looks like it's just the Zeratul. Golems have ended. Looking at about a 14-minute objective next. Wave of Light is done. Mind Devour for the Orphea, 3 stacks away. The Frozen Waste from the Arthas, as I said, once it's done, doubles the debuff duration. So you go from 1.5 to 3 on the attack speed and movement speed debuff. Orphea, discovered by Misha there. A little Lion's Fang from Varian does go out. Imperius possibly flanking. Ball Lightning from Cassie is a lot of damage onto Varian. He's going to try and back away. Gets a Divine Shield from the Orphea. She's done with the Mind Devour. The Celestial Charge interrupted by a Hammer of Justice from Lovecold, but this is a very low Uther. Gets a Wave of Light out for a little bit of armor. The Colossal Smash coming through. The Starfall from Tyrande is the setup for Rexar to get this kill, and Varian falls, unfortunately. And Siege Giants in bottom lane will be cleared out. Top lane wave onto the fort does have it drop to about 50%. And we'll hear the announcement of the objective pretty soon. Also 16 talents here coming up for both sides as well, very quickly. God, this first series is just rolling through today. My gosh, we're already in map 3, the first best of 3 of 4. Mac trying to back away. Frozen Tempest is active. The Lunar Flare connects the VP under the backline. The Wave of Light from Uther will come through. The Eternal Feast from Orphea is going to be activated. He's going to get a couple hits onto Hazuops here. The Cindergosa will be activated. That's Zeratul taken down by Deathwing. Colossal Smash almost gets the trade onto Darkwolf, but Mac is low, and the members of Team Poland need to back away as the objective phase is here. And Deathwing takes flight. Sappers in top lane will be managed. This is going to be the lane where our next objective is going to be heading, and it looks like there's going to be a small pause, but we're not going to pull out of the game. So, 16 on the left-hand side. Oh, way to be gross. Way to ruin the joke. So High King's Quest is done. Wave of Light is done. Mind Devourer. Do you have your Grizzled Fortitude as well as Aspect of the Beast? And so she does have that. Aspect of Hawk, Feign Death. We're already back into it. Force Unleashed by Rexar. Ball Lightning goes out, and Orpheus will be taken down immediately. Deathwing did drop down. He went into Gaze unto Destruction at level 16. Benediction Uther. Lots of smash onto Dark Wolf here. Cataclysm will be used to back away. Varian charges! He's gonna have charge up in a few, like, not like it's now. He's got, what? Celestial charge from Imperius? Oh, they can't get the kill, that's so tilting. But he's going to go into the Remorseless Winter at level 16 for the Arthas here. The enemy heroes that remain within Frozen Tempest for 3 seconds are rooted for 1.25 seconds. This effect can only happen every 10 seconds. Benediction, as we mentioned, you do have your Void Slash Zeratul, Orpheus with the Dead Magic, as well as your Spell Banner for the Varian. This is... They're going to go for this contest. Wait a minute. Varian flank? Zeratul getting vision on the left-hand side, so it's obvious he's going to be... Yeah, they're like, wait, he's going to come through the door. They actually jump out of the door to maybe jump onto Zeratul. Force Unleashed. Deathwing drops down, revealing. Variant. Oh, no. Divine Shield gets applied at the last second. And the Underworld boss still living with 50% HP and 22 remaining Risen Minor Skulls. Chase onto Misha. Howling Blast misses. Looks like Team Germany will give the remaining of these skulls. Actually, it looks like Misha steals a couple more. But the last 10 skulls go over to the side of Poland, and Team Germany's got the wave pushed up. This could be a Team Germany victory push right now. Reverse sweep is possible. So the wave is going to be cleared away. Keep around 60% HP. Deathwing with 504 of the 2,000 stacks, you know. They just gotta get a casual, I don't know, many more kills. What, it's like something like 15 more kills? Something like that? The math seems about right, don't question it. Laning out from Cassia. We do have the contest over this camp. The Boar's Unleashed by Rexar. We have the Divine Shield on Varian with 20-something HP. As the Cataclysm from Deathwing will be used to kind of bonks in the wall. The VP on the left-hand side, the Bellowing Roar will confirm the kill on Zeratul. Misha will fall. Varian hearthing out and will not be taken down. But this is a big golem in top lane for the members of Team Germany as they advance towards the enemy core, or enemy keep and core. Howling Blast does get a hit. Golem slam zones Polish members back. Deathwing dropping down. That's a lot of damage onto Mopsio. Gets a big heal. The Colossus Smash from Varian, but an onslaught in from Deathwing confirms the kill. Molten Flame tries to hit onto Mac, but it's Lavka on the left-hand side who does get taken down. Syndragosa was used by the Arthas here, but the keep still will fall. Minion Wave rooted for a moment, but this is Team Germany advancing into the core, and they are looking for a map number 1 victory. Oh, Hazu gonna feign death. They get the Eye Tricks kill. Boars Unleashed by Rexar. Deathwing in Friend Zone. And a Celestial Charge finds your Arthas B, makes it back to the Hall of Storm. Zeratul with a cleave onto the enemies, but it doesn't matter. The Golem will guarantee the game, even if all 5 members of Team Germany have died. And a quick leave from Orpheus. All right, well, let's go ahead and get some ads out of the way and get ready for a map number 1 in our next series. We're going to see France versus France. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day.